Hey guys, welcome back to part 3. Sorry, I had to cut my last video short. I went a little bit over time, but I had finished the surah. And so right now we're going to start surah number 82, which is called Surah al-Infitar. Infitar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Which means the sky splitting open. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. When the sky splits open, and when the stars fall away, and when the seas burst forth, and when the graves spill out, then each soul will know what it has sent forth or left behind. O humanity, what has emboldened you against your Lord, the most generous, who created you, fashioned you, and perfected your design, molding you in whatever form he willed? But no, the fact that you deny the final judgment, while you are certainly observed by vigilant, honorable angels, recording everything. They know whatever you do. Indeed, the virtuous will be in bliss, and the wicked will be in hell, burning in it on Judgment Day, and they will have no escape from it. What will make you realize what Judgment Day is? Again, what will make you realize what Judgment Day is? It is the day no soul will be of any benefit to another whatsoever, for all authority on that day belongs to God entirely. Okay, Surah 83, Surah al-Mutaffifin. Mutaffifin. Right, Mutafifin, the defrauders, that's what it means. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Woe to the defrauders, those who take full measure when they buy from people, but give less when they measure or weigh for buyers. Do such people not think that they will be resurrected for a tremendous day, the day all people will stand before the Lord of all worlds? But no, the wicked are certainly bound for Sifin, in the depths of hell. Sifin? Okay. And what will make you realize what Sifin is? A fate already sealed. Woe on that day to the deniers, those who deny Judgment Day. None will deny it except every evil-doing transgressor. Whenever our revelations are recited to them, they say ancient fables. But no, in fact, their hearts have been stained by all the evil they used to commit. Undoubtedly, they will be sealed off from their Lord on that day. Moreover, they will surely burn in hell, and then be told, this is what you used to deny. But no, the virtuous are certainly bound for Illiyun. Illiyun is an elevated palace in paradise. And that thing that I said before, Sifin, and when I said the wicked are certainly bound for Sifin, I'm just looking at the footnotes here. Sifin is the name of a place such as a confinement in the depths of hell. So it's a place in the depths of hell. Okay, thank you. It's nice having these footnotes. Yeah. Okay. Elevated gardens. So Illiyun. And what will make you realize what Illiyun is? A fate already sealed, witnessed by those nearest to Allah. Surely the virtuous will be in bliss, seated on canopied couches, gazing around. You will recognize on their faces the glow of delight. They will be given a drink of sealed pure wine, whose last sip will smell like musk. So let whoever aspires to this strive diligently, and this drink's flavor will come from tasneem. There's no footnote for that. Tasneem. Oh, it's a spring from which those nearest to Allah will drink. Okay, so it's the name of the spring where that sweet wine comes from, I guess. Indeed, the wicked used to laugh at the believers, wink to one another whenever they passed by, and muse over these exploits upon returning to their own people. And when they saw the faithful, they would say, these people are truly astray, even though they were not sent as keepers over the believers. But on that day, the believers will be laughing at the disbelievers as they sit on canopied couches looking on. The believers will be asked, have the disbelievers not been paid back for what they used to do? Okay. Surah 84. Surah al-Inshiqaq. It sounds weird when I say it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if I'm not. It means the sky bursting open. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. When the sky bursts open, obeying its Lord as it must, and when the earth is flattened out and ejects all its contents and becomes empty, obeying its Lord as it must, surely you will all be judged. O humanity, indeed you are laboring restlessly towards your Lord, and will eventually meet the consequences. As for those who are given their record in their right hand, they will have an easy reckoning, and will return to their people joyfully. And as for those who are given their record in their left hand, from behind their backs, they will cry for instant destruction, and will burn in blazing fire. For they used to be prideful among their people, thinking they would never return to Allah. Yes, they would. Surely their Lord has always been all-seeing of them. So do I swear by the twilight and by the night and whatever it envelops, and by the moon when it waxes full. You will certainly pass from one state to another. So what is the matter with them that they do not believe? And when the Quran is recited to them, they do not bow down in submission. In fact, the disbelievers persist in denial. But Allah knows best whatever they hide. So give them good news of a painful punishment. And those who believe and do good will have a never-ending reward. Surah 85, Surah al-Buruj, which means constellations. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. By the sky full of constellations and the promised day of judgment, and the witness and what is witnessed, condemned are the makers of the ditch, the fire pit filled with fuel, when they sat around it, watching what they had ordered to be done to the believers, who they resented for no reason other than belief in Allah, the Almighty, the Praiseworthy, the one whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. And Allah is a witness over all things. Those who persecute the believing men and women and then do not repent will certainly suffer the punishment of hell and the torment of burning. Surely those who believe and do good will have gardens under which rivers flow. That is the greatest triumph. Indeed, the crushing grip of your Lord is severe, for he is certainly the one who originates and resurrects all, and he is the all-forgiving, all-loving, Lord of the throne, the all-glorious, doer of whatever he wills. Has the story of the destroyed forces reached you, O Prophet? The forces of Pharaoh and Thamud? Yet the disbelievers still persist in denial, but Allah encompasses them from all sides. In fact, this is a glorious Quran recorded in a preserved tablet. Okay, Surah 86, Surah Tariq, the night star. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. By the sky and the night star, and what will make you realize what the nightly star is, what the nightly star is. It is the star of piercing brightness. There is no soul without a vigilant angel recording everything. Let people then consider what they were created from. They were created from a spurting fluid, stemming from between the backbone and the ribcage. Surely he is fully capable of bringing them back to life. On the day all secrets will be disclosed. Then one will have neither power nor any helper. By the sky with its recurring cycles, and the earth with its sprouting plants, surely this Quran is a decisive word, and is not to be taken lightly. They are certainly devising evil plans, but I too am planning, so bear with the disbelievers, O Prophet. Let them be for just a little while. Because they'll get what's coming to them. Okay. Surah 87. Surah Al-Allah. Surah Al-Allah. Not Allah. Not God. It means the Most High, the most exalted. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of God, the most compassionate, most merciful. Glorify the name of your Lord, the Most High, who created and perfectly fashioned all, and who ordained precisely and inspired accordingly, and who brings forth green pasture, then reduces it to withered chaff. We will have you recite the Quran, O Prophet, excuse me, so you will not forget any of it unless Allah wills otherwise. He surely knows what is open and what is hidden. We will facilitate for you the way of ease, so always remind with the Quran, even if the reminder is beneficial only to some. Those in awe of Allah will be mindful of it, but it will be shunned by the most wretched, who will burn in the greatest fire, where they will not be able to live or die. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves, remember the name of their Lord, and pray. But you deniers only prefer the life of this world, even though the hereafter is far better and more lasting. This is certainly mentioned in the earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Abraham and Moses. Yeah. Surah 88, Surah al-Ghashiyah, Surah al-Ghashiyah, sorry. The overwhelming event. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Has the news of the overwhelming event reached you, O Prophet? On that day, some faces will be downcast, totally overburdened, exhausted, burning in a scorching fire, left to drink from a scalding spring. They will have no food except a foul, thorny scrub, neither nourishing nor satisfying hunger. On that day, other faces will be glowing with bliss, fully pleased with their striving, in an elevated garden where no idle talk will be heard. In it will be a running spring, along with thrones raised high, and cups set at hand, and fine cushions lined up, and splendid carpets spread out. Do they not ever reflect on camels, how they are masterfully created, and the sky, how it was raised high, and the mountains, how they were firmly set up, and the earth, how it was leveled out? So continue to remind them, O Prophet, for your duty is only to remind. You are not there to compel them to believe. But whoever turns away, persisting in disbelief, then Allah will inflict upon them a major punishment. Surely to us is their return, then surely to us is their reckoning. Okay, Surah 89, Surah Al-Fajr, Dawn. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. By the dawn and the 10 nights, and the even and the odd, and the night when it passes, is all this not a sufficient oath for those who have sense? Did you not see how your Lord dealt with Ad, the people of Iram, with their great stature, unmatched in any other land, and Thamud, who carved their homes into the rocks in the stone valley, and the Pharaoh of mighty structures? They all transgressed throughout the land, spreading much corruption there. So your Lord unleashed on them a scourge of punishment, for your Lord is truly vigilant. Now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through his generosity and blessings, they boast, my Lord has deservedly honored me. But when he tests them by limiting their provision, they protest, my Lord has undeservedly humiliated me. Absolutely not. In fact, you are not even gracious to the orphan, nor do you urge one another to feed the poor. And you devour others' inheritance greedily, and love wealth fervently. Enough. When the earth is entirely crushed over and over, and your Lord comes to judge with angels ranks upon ranks, and hell is brought forth on that day, this is when every disbelieving person will remember their own sins. And what is the use of remembering them? They will cry, I wish I had sent forth something good for my true life. On that day, he will punish them severely like no other, and bind them tightly like no other. God will say to the righteous, O tranquil soul, return to your Lord, well pleased with him, and well pleasing to him. So join my servants and enter my paradise. Okay. Surah 90, okay, which is called Surah Al-Balad, the city. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. I do swear by the city of Mecca, even though you, O Prophet, are subject to abuse in this city, and by every parent and their child. Indeed, we have created humankind in constant struggle. Do they think that no one has power over them, boasting, I have wasted enormous wealth? Do they think that no one sees them? Have we not given them 2 eyes, a tongue, and 2 lips, and shown them the 2 ways of right and wrong? If only they had attempted the challenging path of goodness instead. And what will make you realize what attempting the challenging path is? It is to free a slave, or give food in times of famine to an orphaned relative, or to a poor person in distress, and above all, to be one of those who have faith and urge each other to perseverance and urge each other to compassion. These are the people of the right. As for those who deny our signs, they are the people of the left. The fire will be sealed over them. And that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there for part 3. We're going to come back and do a part 4. Let's see how we go. Okay, see you back here soon, inshallah. Stay tuned.